What's going on, guys? It's Flip here with another episode of Modding Minecraft, and in today's episode, if you haven't seen by the title already, we're going to be creating our own block and generating it in the world. Well, it's going to be an ore, and we'll do multiple of them, so I'll teach you guys how to do multiple of them, because the tutorials I've seen didn't really tell me that, and I was kind of confused, so I just had to figure it out myself. So, but I got that figured out, so I figured, why don't I do that right now? So let's just jump right into it. You're going to go into your mod tutorial class, and I'm going to add a section for blocks, and then we're going to do public, static, final. Let's see, I'm going to add, we're going to do block this time, and I'm going to add a sapphire and a ruby. So I'm going to make block, let's call it block R. And then you're going to do space equals space new block ruby, and then that should and then this item ID has to be under, I think it's 200, around 200, so I'll make this 201. And I'm pretty sure that yeah, you put just a comma and then 0 right after it, comma 0, then dot set, or let's just do dot come on, show up. Why isn't it showing up? What did I start out with? Dot set block name. Okay, yeah, dot set block name, and then in parentheses we'll write this for right now. I'm just gonna change this to like block gravel, so that way it doesn't show any errors. I'm just gonna name this ruby block dot, and then we gotta put float or dot set hardness, and let's see what I put for this one. I'm just gonna put 6F for both of them. 6F dot set resistance, set where is it? Dot set resistance. There we go. 6F, and then that should be it, right? Let me just go through and look again. Dot set hardness and dot set resistance. Yes, and we can also make it glow by doing set light value, but we're not going to do that for right now. And then let's just do block ruby right here, and you will get an error that shows up, but don't worry about it. Just copy that, then paste it in right there, and I'm going to make a block sapphire. So let's just make a sapphire, there we go. I always forget how to spell sapphire, but, and then sap block, and we have to change this value or else it will be all screwed up. So that's pretty much what you need to do to start off this mod tutorial section. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to go up here to Minecraft source, go to new class, and just do block ruby. We'll start off with block ruby and get that all set up. So now we can just let me just go and grab the code from my block ruby in my pre-made mod that I've created. This took me a really long time to make this, but let's just copy all that and put that in, and I'll give you a rundown at what this is. Okay, so this right here, you don't need that in there. That was just something I was messing around with. I was trying to get it to drop XP, but I'll do that in a later one. So this is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna do package net Minecraft source, import Java util random, public class block ruby extends block, or block ruby, whatever you have put up here. So then you're gonna do public block ruby int I comma int j open bracket or open curly bracket, then super ij material dot rock. You can change this material to something else. I'm just gonna keep it to that, but I guess I could also do ore or iron and stuff like that, but I'm just gonna keep it to rock So that way it's just like that. And then you're gonna do this dot set creative tab, creative tabs dot tab block. So that way it just puts it in the block tab. So then you're gonna do here public and ID dropped, and you're gonna change this to, you can have it, if you say you wanted it to drop a col, or you would just do item dot col dot shifted index, and then that but you gotta capitalize item, and then it will drop col. But we want it to drop our own item, so we're gonna do mod underscore tutorial dot, let's do ruby dot shifted index, and you'll get an error because we haven't implemented that in yet. And then public int quantity dropped random, you want return 1 or however many you want, so I'll make it so it drops 2 just to show you guys. And then so that's pretty much it for the Black Ruby. Now let's go in here, and underneath this we're gonna do public static final block, or not block, we want item this time. And then let's see, you can make this pretty much anything you want. I'm just gonna use the item emerald as an item. So then let's do ruby space equals space new, let's do item emerald. You can do your own item, but you know what, let's do our own item. So we're gonna do item ruby, and then this right here, let me just grab the code again from my other mod and put this in. So yep, there we go right there. And then just put this item value is like 2082. Then you're gonna do dot set item name to, let's just do ruby. There we go, and there's that line. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna just make another one for the sapphire. I'm just gonna type it out because I have stuff in my clipboard, so I don't feel like copying it over and then losing it. Item sapphire. Now capitalization makes a huge difference, so make sure you have everything capitalized to your preference. So set item name, let's name it sap, and there we go. So that's all set there. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna copy all this right here and make a new block. Go to new class block sapphire, and then just paste all this into here and change all the rubies to sapphire. So that way it's just, let's see, sapphire. There we go. Change this to sapphire. Or wait, what did we call it? We called it sapphire. Sapphire. That shifted index, and save that. Could just Control S. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't seen my past mod tutorials, I'm adding them to a playlist, so just go and check out that playlist on my channel. Should be on the side bar. And alright, so let's get back to this. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna create a class, create 2 more classes called item sapphire, and just add that class in. And I'm just gonna go and let me just close those windows. I accidentally opened those, but not unpin. I'm trying to move too fast here. Alright, so I'm just gonna go down to my items, and let's just find item sapphire. There it is, right there. So yeah, here we go right here. We're just gonna do, it's pretty much just like the other one, except here we go right here. We're just gonna do Yeah, as you can see, I spelled it wrong. Sapphire. I put 2 R's. I didn't know how to spell it. Anyways, so here we go, right here. We're just gonna, it's kind of like the item, I guess, except, or block, except you do package, then I'll do that, same. Public class item extends item, then open bracket, public item sapphire int I, super I, max item stack, or max stack size. You can change this to anything you want. If you put it at 1, then you can only stack 1. It's basically like signs, except signs you can stack. Like 8, I think, or 3, I'm not quite sure. And then you're going to basically add this to any tab you want. I'm going to add it to creative tabs.tab materials, because that is where like the actual stuff is, or the actual whatchamacallit is. So that's where the emeralds and the diamonds and stuff are. So yeah, we're just gonna add those into the tab materials. String version, public string version, I'm gonna just make it 1.0 and just save that. So I'm just gonna copy that over again. And now we gotta create one for our Ruby too. So we're just gonna create a new class, item Ruby, and paste this in. And just change all the sapphires to rubies. Ruby. Oops. Not, okay, don't want that out. So just pause the video and copy all this code down right here. Or I'll leave a link in the download description for all the source code for this tutorial mod. So, alright, so now that we got all this all set up, we're going to go down here to public void load method and add a little area for ors. Now, for right here, we're gonna put Ruby dot icon index space equals space mod loader dot add override. Just gonna put that right there. We're gonna add override / GUI / items dot PNG. And then that right there can do that. And just add / items, let's call it / ruby.png, and that is good for the adding the icon. Oh yeah, if I didn't explain what that does, that basically adds what the game shows it as. So that'll mean what it looks like in game. And then we're gonna add mod loader dot add name. Let's just add it's called Ruby, so then we're gonna want to call it Ruby, and then there we go. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do that same thing for the sapphire dot icon index space equals space, not space minus space, mod loader dot add override. Let's just do this again. / items / sap.png. I'll just simplify it. You don't really have to call it exactly sapphire in the images and stuff, because that's all private, only you can see that. But / items.png, and there we go. So we'll do mod loader dot add name. And then, oops, my loader.add. Let me just, what did I just do? Control Z. Okay. I'm gonna do my loader just dot, and then you can see, let's go to, add name. There it is right there. You just click on that, and then you do, sapphire. And then behind the comma, you can do sapphire. There we go right there. So that basically implements the name into the game. You don't add the icon. So this right there is the icon and the name. It's pretty simple, just like we've been doing. And now it's time to implement the block into the game. And that I will be, let me just quickly review this. Actually I have it all written all down here. There it is right there. Okay, yeah. Alright, gotcha. Alright, so yeah, now we're gonna do this. We're gonna hit enter a few times, twice. I usually do it twice, and then we're gonna do let's see, what did we call the block? Okay, we called it block why can't I type block R dot block index in texture. Alright, that's basically what we're gonna do for icon index. Then we're gonna do space equals space mod loader dot add mod loader dots add override. And here's where we use slash terrain dot png. Alright, that's when we're using terrain dot png. Then we just do slash items. I'll make it block r dot png. So let me just make sure that is it right there. Let me just scroll down to the blue or yep, terrain dot png. Okay, and then just semicolon that off. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do mod loader dot register block. It's called block R, and then that just basically registers it as a block, and that is so that works. Now, this is something that we can get into if you want your block to drop the if you want it to drop the or, you're just gonna change this right here to block R. So I'll make the Ruby block drop the and then you're gonna have to change shifted index to block ID. So there we go. So now that'll drop the block, and then, well, what just happened there? My screen just went black for a second there. So yeah, here we go. We're just gonna I'll just move that over here for a second. Yeah, this is gonna drop the sapphire, and then this is going to drop the that. So let me just copy that and enter it a few times and change that to block S, and just change block R to block S.png and block S. So let me just make sure I got all the code for that. And why does that keep scrolling up to the top every single time? Oh yeah. We gotta add the name, mod loader dot add name block S. I'm just gonna call it sapphire or. And then you can do the color thing that we did with this and stuff. Let's do yep, we gotta do oops, don't do that. Mod loader dot add name. What the heck? Okay. Stop selecting things. Dot add name. Let's do block R, comma, and then right here, just gonna do Ruby or, and there we go. So that basically just implements the block into the game. And now to get to the generation part, we generating of ors. Let me just copy this right here. Control C that. And then you want to do this after the void load method. So you're just gonna paste that down there. And then why do I have that right there? Okay, so now chances are if you've done this before, you will know how to do this kind of, but I don't know. So I'm just gonna do block R. So this is gonna be generating the Ruby or and public void generation generate surface. This is the rarity number right here, and this is how many it'll generate in groups of max. So let's see, I want it to generate in groups of 20, just so I can find it easier, just for the sake of purposes, but you guys can mess around with that number. Now, this number is, don't worry about that, but the Y, that'll be how low it'll spawn. So I'm gonna make mine 50 so we can find it easier. Now this here, chances are if you've tried to generate multiple ores, you just basically copy that and paste that down and change this to the block S. However, you will get an error that's saying like duplicate method, so I'm going to teach you guys how to do that. And also, chances are if you've tried this before, you will just try to do this too. You'll just try to do that, and then that's all good. But no, that's going to generate them right next to each other. So that could be good if you tried to generate multiple ores right next to each other. So oh, and while I'm at it right now, I'm just gonna copy this smelting, because we want to add that right there. I'm just gonna add let's see, mod underscore tutorial dot block R, because I want block ruby is job. Okay, yeah. All right, so now block R dot block ID. That's what you're gonna use for blocks, is block ID, and then new item stack ruby. So yeah, there we go. Now we're gonna add that. So it smelts. You smelt the block R. All right. So now I'm back onto this. This right here. If you try to just basically copy that and generate it, it's just gonna generate right next to each other. So what you're gonna have to do now is let me just go grab the code from here. I seem to remember, but my mind just went blank. Yeah, okay. So this right here. Oh, okay, yeah. Wow. Okay, so yeah, this is called rarity. You can change this to, I'll change that to M. Let's change all the rarities to M, because that was confusing me. So M, into M. So what you're gonna do now is you're just gonna copy all this code. I'm not quite sure if this is the only way, but I guess you could do it another way. So, and then you're gonna change these M to just any other number. You can't have duplicate numbers though. So I'm just gonna change that to C, and then you can just save that. So actually you don't want the public void thing there. You can just do that right there. So oh wait, nope, what am I doing? Let me just enter that right there. And let me just run through the crap. Where did what is going on? Let me just grab the code again. Right there. Okay, generate surface. Oh yeah. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna take out these right there. And then there we go. So let me just what is going on? Into random position XY. Why do I have that called random? Rand position X. So just change these random. What the? What? Oh. Wow. Okay, so let me just take this code over here and replace. Yeah, let's just do this right here. Replace all of this code with this, because this is gonna work better, I guess, in a way. Let me just take this out, get this all situated. I'll be right back with you guys once I get this all worked out, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I seem to have figured this out, and so yeah, basically what you just gotta do is you just gotta do this right here. Let me just actually bracket that off and then take that out. So yeah, what you're gonna do here is you're just gonna take this out and just copy this right here and paste it down right in here too. So and it'll say duplicate and crap like that, but just don't worry about that. So actually no, it won't. See, yeah, right there. So just save that, and you should get no errors. But don't compile yet, because we still got to create the images for it. We got to create Ruby, SAP, and all those. So just open up GIMP or whatever photo editing software you have, and I'm just gonna open items. And Mojang was kind enough to supply us with a Ruby-like texture. So I'm just gonna be using that as a base right there. Thank you, Mojang. I'm just gonna crop to selection. That is 15 by 15. Crap. Okay, we're gonna just image, scale image, and it needs it to be like I said before, it needs to be 16 by 16. Never mind. Let me just don't go and scale image. You go to canvas size, and then just change that, because then that will change the canvas size as opposed to the picture, and the picture will keep its pixel like stuff. So yep, I'm just gonna export this. Export to my tutorial Eclipse client bin items folder. Just gonna export that as Ruby, and I called it SAP, right? Yes, SAP. I called it SAP. Come on, show the export. All right, now export that. Now I'm gonna just colorize this. Cancel. I'm clicking cancel, right? Yeah. Okay. Colorize blue, that looks good. Export to SAP. So yeah, there we go. There is our item textures, and now we just gotta find the terrain.png. I have mine on my desktop, so I'm just gonna go and find the oh wait, no, I don't. I have it in my mod. Alright, there's the terrain.png, and I'm just gonna open that up. Once that's open, alright, it looks like it's open. Come on, it's set open. Okay, so yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna zoom in to the let's see what I'm gonna use, the diamond texture, because it's shiny and stuff. So alright, that's not lag. GIMP is just that way. I don't know if it's inefficient code or anything like that, but alright. So let's just drag that. There we go. And I'm just gonna go to layer or image, crop to selection, and it should be 16 by 16x. Alright, well, wait a minute. Actually, we're not gonna use the diamond texture. I'm gonna use the emerald texture, because I feel that emeralds, sapphires, and ruby should all look kind of the same. So let's just zoom out, and there it is right down there. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit and crop that. So yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna image, crop to selection. Just gonna okay, there we go. So now I'm gonna do color, hue balance, or hue saturation. Change this to red. There is somewhat of a red there. I'm just gonna turn the saturation up. Well, I'll bring it over to here. There we go. There's a red. Ooh, that looks really nice. So yeah, let's call that block R, since that's the Ruby. Actually, I'm exporting that to the wrong folder, but let me just go back here. Desktop tutorial, Eclipse, client bin, items, block R. So yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna export that to block R, and let's just export, and then hue saturation. We'll go to R. We'll make this blue for the sapphires. There's the blue. Alright, so once we got all that, all the imaging done, we can just compile it now, and it should run without any errors. And there we go. We're gonna have to create a new world, so that way our ores will generate. And let me just let's see. Let me do this. There we go. Game mode survival. I hope I had cheats enabled. but you never know. So let me just game mode 1. Okay, yeah, I don't have permission. Save and quit tutorial. Let me just let me do this. Recreate. I'll create that in creative mode with cheats on. Copy of milk. So yeah, let's just create that and get this all running. So alright, let's just fly out of there. And now we gotta just go and find a cave. I see one right there. I see one right there's one right down here. So yep, look at that. Alright, now let's go and see if we can find, well, we found some emeralds. That wasn't really our ore or anything, but let's just I'm gonna change my brightness up to bright so that way I can see. I'm just gonna go around and look for my ore, and I will be right back when I find it. Alright, so I just basically went back in and upped the rarity to 100, so now I will find it really easily. So as a matter of fact, there are some right down there. I'm not quite sure if there's any more laying throughout this cave. And every time you want to try and find or you change any of the code to the generate, you have to create a new world. Or I just did recreate with that new awesome recreate feature. So let me just take away all this lava. There we go. Removing most of this lava. And you can see you can mess around with those values of all of that stuff. So yeah. Yeah, if you just get it, you can see it has ruby ore, and look down here, you see sapphire ore. That's what that looks like next to the emerald ore. It looks quite a bit different, I guess. Now let me just place down, ooh, it's really dark in here now. Okay, let me just place down a lot of sapphire ores and then give myself a diamond pickaxe. In game mode 0. Okay, now if we mine the ruby block, as you can see, it drops 2 ruby ore, and then when we mine this, it drops 2 sapphires, not ruby ore, or not sapphire ore, because we were just using that as a demonstration. But trust me, all of them will generate. Let me just game mode 1 here for a minute. And then place down a furnace. So now we can smelt it. Oh yeah, and right here in this in the materials tab, you should see your items there. So yeah, let's just cook the ruby ore, and it should cook into ruby. Yeah, there we go, right there. So however, we haven't implemented cooking sapphire ore. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have planned for today. So please hit that subscribe button for more videos kind of like these. And thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Rating is liking. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and peace off. Take care.